Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 23rd, 2026. It is 5:41 a.m. This is video number 3. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put this video over here or over here on APTS Sussex. New subscribers, welcome. I need to do thumbnails. I was running out of time. I didn't do the thumbnails. Or if I'm going to put it on this channel here. For those who are new, this is another channel that I have that usually focus on Harry's work only. I haven't been putting videos lately, so it's been 55 days since I last put my this video. So I only have 3 videos this year on that channel because YouTube demonetized it. So I focus mostly on on PYTE and APTS Sussex. Oh, okay, happy 3rd anniversary on YouTube. It's been 3 years since your channel first video. Keep up. Let me see when was. Okay, let me not waste time because I have a lot to share with you. All right. At one point, it was monetized and YouTube quickly demonetized it and they never want to put it. This is why I haven't been posting too much on that channel. But let's go on X. Okay, so this is the first video. Maybe I'll do 2 different videos for one for PYTE and one for APTS Sussex. So this is Harry who went to Ukraine. Okay, I love that he moves like a proper military man that he is. Prince Harry arrives in Kiev, Ukraine this morning. All right, 24 seconds. There will be screenshot in between, okay? And Ukraine love Harry too. He must be doing a lot of things in the back privately for him. Okay, so it's playing over. There's that. Unlike the UK tabloid, the journalists respect news embargo. ITV was told and advanced too. Oh, okay, I don't know. Harry is incredible. I don't know where he gets his energy from, and he'll be speaking at the security conference in front of defense and government officials. What an amazing man. Is this old? No, I think it's today. Let's see here. No, today. Yeah, that's what I think too. Right now, this is one hardworking couple and they have young kids at home and still go to foreign countries to support their charities, unlike another royal couple who one day will be getting bigger titles. Guess the UK media have now learned their lesson from the strong rebuke they received from the couple. Way to go. Yeah, he has such presence. Okay, another trip funded by Soros. I don't know. I think Harry trusted ITV. He has been giving this reporter and station a lot of exclusive, but be really careful with them, Harry. Meghan's sexiness has rubbed off on this man so much I can see it. What a guy. The King Britain will never get. Property love, precise, silence, and impactful. Wow, there's fire. Celebrity that are irrelevant visit Ukraine to get media exposure. All right, whatever. Harry has a different aspect of things. How come I don't hear about when the other celebrities go to Ukraine? Again, I don't watch too much news anyway. Next tweet. There's that. Okay. Quote, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex and founder of the Invictus Game Foundation, has arrived in Ukraine at the invitation of the Kiev Security Forum. He will participate in the 18th KSF addressing forum participants and joining one of the panel featuring Ukrainian veterans. All right, let's listen.
Security
yes, it is always tight in Ukraine, and there's something called the Key Security Conference going on here. Harry's going to make a speech at it later, a keynote speech. So there are a lot of dignitaries there. In fact, you walk around the hotel that we're staying in, and pretty much everyone's got an earpiece in there looking after some dignitary or another. So yeah, a lot of security, as you would well imagine, for Prince Harry while he's here. But 2 days he'll be in the country, and as you say, unannounced, and is why we weren't able to tell anyone about his arrival before he got here.
It is Chris Ship growing his beard. There's that. Okay, look at Chris Ship though, from stating he won't report on Harry anymore, calling the Taliban to exclusively traveling to Ukraine with Harry. LOL. He is so proud he got the exclusive, like we will ever forget. Alright, there's that. Chris Ship, they tag him. I blocked him. Okay, well, for a reporter, he only have 176,000 followers, and he's following as much. Oh no, yeah, almost the same. So is this another quasi-royal or pseudo-royal visit, or are those terms only reserved when Meghan Sussex is with him? All right, let's tweet. Next tweet. Okay, so this one is 3 minutes. I don't understand this fascination with Prince Harry. 3 minutes. That's from The Sun. Let's listen.
And The Sun's royal editor, and welcome to Royal Exclusive. With me in the studio today is legendary royal photographer Arthur Edwards and Sky's royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills.
That man, Arthur Edward, when Harry left, it's like, Harry, come home. The Queen needs you. This and that. Here's the video before we watch that one of him crying for Harry to come back home.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened. And I think if we had have met her, and if she'd have met us, things might have been different. You know, you might see that we're human and she's human. Unfortunately, she did get some bad press, and that was a mistake. But you know, we asked for forgiveness, and please come back, because you know, this is a great country, and the royal family are very important to us all. And the Queen needs your support, Harry, because, you know, William can't do it all, Catherine can't do it all. The Prince of Wales is taken on the Queen's role now, so he's even more busy. So, you know, Harry's badly needed here, and I hope in March, which he's got till March to rethink it, he comes back.
All right, so let's continue.
With me in the studio today is legendary royal photographer Arthur Edwards and Sky's royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills. Welcome both.
Hello.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Really nice to be here.
Rhiannon, am I right? You did have a conversation with Prince Harry about his hopes becoming his parental hopes at one stage a few years ago, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you know what? It was amazing. It was that trip that we did to New Zealand. I'd only been doing the royal job for about 3 months, and at the time there was still so much interest in William and Kate, and Princess Charlotte had just been born. There was a general election, and I was like, do you know what? Let's go to New Zealand and I'll see if I can get a chat with him. And they said yes. They were like, yeah, it's fine. And it was a real turning point for him, because he was about to leave the army. So I was like, this is a great time to have a chat with him. And a bit of a backstory to it. Literally the day before, I was made to go up to the bungalow where he was staying on Stewart Island, this really remote island. I had to get a lift with a rat catcher who moved all of her like rubbish into the back of the car, got me in the car, drove me up to this bungalow. And I'd never met him before. And so we had a little chat about the kind of things we talk about. And he was like, you can ask me whatever you want, but I might not answer it. And the other thing that he said to me at the time, because I was asking him about William and Kate moving out to Norfolk, and I said to him, have you ever thought about moving away? And he was like, yeah, I'd love to move away, but I can't because of what I need to do to support the Queen. And that has just stuck with me forever, in terms of, he didn't say it on camera, he just said it in a really candid chat with me. And so whenever anyone says to me, it was Meghan's fault that they left, that conversation always springs to mind, because he always had it in him, this potential to jump. And I think Meghan came along and said, hold my hand and we'll jump together.
But it was a sense of duty that kept him there then. There was a sense of duty to the Queen that meant that he didn't want to jump.
Yeah, and then how things changed. But then within the interview, I did sort of ask him whatever I wanted to ask him. And I said, Princess Charlotte's just been born. Would you like to have kids? And he came out with this brilliant line. I'd love to have kids right now, but there's a process that you have to go through, to which his communications team kind of took a bit of an intake of breath, like, oh my goodness, why did he say that? But then he also went on to say about how he just wanted to have someone alongside him to support him. And then what was it? A couple of years later, he met Meghan. Yeah. But yeah, that line, it went global. It just went mad. But that was a great trip. That was Harry of old.
I remember that Stewart Island trip because we remember the quiz night.
Yes.
It was the press at their own table and Harry had his table.
Yeah, like how different is this? That we were all in this same little pub on a remote island. It's mad.
And we know the press won.
Harry was willing to work with these people. He was willing to work with these people. I need to copy this by itself again. I have that, but the version that I have seems a bit blurry. This one is much clearer. So I have that. Many times I've shared some of the clip, what the lady was saying. But the thing is that with Harry, with the media, especially him, they want, once Harry got married, they want to be part of Harry's everyday life. And then to point a camera at him. Harry was willing to work with these people. But the fact that they want to cross that line between the private and public, these reporters in the UK, they don't see any line when it comes to Harry. Okay? They want to interfere in everything and what Harry's doing, as if Harry doesn't have a mind of his own. And Harry been telling them, his private life have to remain private.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
In public, he'll do anything. Okay, he'll dance, he'll try to sing even though he doesn't know how to sing.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, how...
Sing.
Can you imagine? No, I'm not a singer.
And things like that. He'll do it for the public because that helps the monarchy, the crown. But they push him out. The brother listened to the idiots and help them push Harry out. And now Harry is doing his own thing. All right, some say so openly, wondering what will happen to the monarchy if the future king cannot fulfill his duties. They are afraid of losing their jobs. Well, they should advise them the proper way. That's the problem. That's their own fault. All right, people are afraid to tell them no. They just want to do yes, sir, yes, sir. If he's doing something wrong, say, sir, I think, give your opinion. Say, obviously the final decision will have to do with any of the blood royals, but at least let them know what they're doing is wrong. But instead, they cater to them, telling them lies, be comfortable with them so they could just be there. This is the problem. That's their own doing. They should have told them, good advice. What annoys me the most is this old man, Arthur Edward, who constantly cry on Harry as if as if it were his object. He's a charming person, but he dared to leave a cult. This produces enormous insecurity amongst royalists, so they must destroy the thing they believe took him against his will or better judgment, Meghan. But they refuse to listen to the truth. Harry said it in his book, he said it in court documents, he said, and then they want him to shut his mouth. So what other way can Harry tell them? Otherwise, in the Oprah interview, Harry and Meghan said they wanted to stay.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
They literally said they wanted to stay, but these people don't listen to that. Otherwise, he proves they've been living under a spell that can be broken. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God, it's already 5:50 something. I'm gonna wake up my kids soon, and I have a lot more to share with you. Next one, let's pause this. Okay, former Tahiti's heaviest barrels at Teahupo'o's to coaching celebrities at Kelly Slater's surf ranch in California. Renowned Tahitian waterman Remana Van Bostole, okay, sorry if I pronounce his last name wrong, has become a bridge between Polynesian surf culture and the global spotlight. All right, so it's exactly a minute. Let's listen.
Prince Harry. So Prince Harry, I thought he was. I thought I had to say yes, sir. Yeah, Prince, or whatever. Sorry, Prince. Or yeah, all these you banning every time. Yeah, nice. He was totally opposite of this. Easygoing, humble, really humble, really humble guy, really respectful, good listener, really up to do something. We become really close, we become friends, and I cannot wait for him to come to Tahiti, yes. Oh, Meghan never came, and I'm looking for Meghan to come because, or come to Tahiti because once she ride the wave, she might have to come more often, yes. Oh, she'll be like all over. You know, if you see this, look at this, look.
Yeah, very calm. Oh,
Prince Harry. So
everyone who meets Harry always said the same thing. Very down to earth and everything. It's the other people who keeps on putting nonsense in people's head. Okay, Remana Van Bastole talking about Tahiti. Okay, that's a good advertisement for the country as well. From Tahiti, heaviest barrels at Teahupo'o's to coaching celebrities at Kelly Slater's surf ranch in California, renowned Tahitian waterman Remana Van Bostole has become a bridge between Polynesian surf culture and the global spotlight. He shared his first memory of seeing Teahupo'o in the 1990s as a young boogie boarder, and the celebrity at the surf ranch he quietly geeked out over while coaching. Okay, Prince Harry has style. Alright, what is this here? Sussex update, investing in the next generation. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, Archwell philanthropists, are proud to continue their support of the Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund, right, as it announces its third cohort of grantees. Okay, sold out. Oh my God, Mother Day's elite. Did they put something out? I've been behind. I'm sorry, I've been behind. Okay, Prince Harry at Kyiv Security Forum. All right, so there's that. All these are extra. There's no comment here. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, founder of the We Are Invictus, has arrived in Ukraine at the invitation of the Kyiv Security Forum. He will attend the 18th annual KSF, address the forum's participants, and take part in a panel discussion featuring Ukrainian veterans. Okay, so that's 15 comments. Let's move on. Next tweet. This is a review. Okay, almost time. I have a lot more to share with you. I want to finish with all the Harry and Meghan stuff. Okay, so there's no comment on this. After listening to the video, we go to the next tweet. So Big-Back-Cadillac, the fridge, Rebecca English tried to help redirect some of the spotlight away from the Sussexes in Australia to Chuck and the Palace. Didn't work. All right, Sussex with. All right, let's listen. If she's on YouTube, go listen to it. These are some really good squatty. Very smart. This lady, I've listened to some of her TikTok videos. People who bring TikTok videos on Twitter, and when I come across it, I share it with you. So if she's on YouTube, this is another person to listen to.
So as we know, while Harry and Meghan were doing their thing on their Australian visit, it seems like Buckingham Palace panicked. It seems like they were crashing out. Because about 24 hours after Harry and Meghan arrived in Australia and completed a first day that included a children's hospital, a women's shelter, and a veterans museum, the palace attempted to redirect media attention by releasing details of the king's upcoming visit to Washington. And the schedule was dutifully reported by royal correspondents who had been covering the Australian tour, and then those correspondents immediately went back to covering the Australian tour because that is where the story was. And the palace apparently watched helplessly as Harry and Meghan generated wall-to-wall coverage in both British and Australian media. And their answer to that helplessness was a schedule announcement that nobody particularly cared about. But then the Daily Mail, they entered, yes, to the rescue. The supervillains that they are, they dispatched Rebecca English to file what was billed as an exclusive about feelings inside royal circles. Yes, insider sources as usual. And those feelings turned out to be irritation. Yes. So, mummy's little soldiers, they're soldiering on despite feeling irritated by the Sussexes. Yes. I have news for you. I'm going to hold your hand, Rebecca, with several packets of antibacterial wipe in between when I say nobody cares. We do not care that they are irritated. We do not care. We are busy, booked and busy, looking, following, cheering on the royals that actually work. That is the irony. We are following the royals that actually work. They are more interesting. They are warmer. They are more joyous. They are not toxic. They are authentic. They are kind. That is why we follow them. So you and your irritation, you can literally go and do one in the most respectful way. To me, the fact that they've decided to roll with the punches, that for me is a euphemism for we are defeated. We do not know what to do. So we have no choice but to take the L and keep it moving.
They don't. That's a very good way. I did see some stuff about Charles going to the US. I may have mentioned in one of the videos when Harry and Meghan were in Australia. And I think I made that, I insert, what's this guy named? Something Smith, who was a strategist for McCain, and said they're waiting for him. They will be doing some marketing and putting images of tampon on walls, on Epstein and all of that. I think I did report that. They tried, and then I left it alone and I focused. I don't even have time to create videos, so I went and focused on the things that matter with the time that I had. Okay, it's 6 o'clock already. I'm gonna pause for a second, go wake up the kids. And then when I come back, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to pause. All right. So that's a video. All right. So you might hear some noises in the background. I wake them up. They're not out of their room yet, but just prepare for some noise. I can't control the noise in the background. All right. This is the next tweet. There's the laugh here. I understand from the laughter and the language spoken on this video that I feel the same way as they do. There's the laugh here Fab 4. All right, so I don't know if I put this in videos from yesterday. William, Catherine, Edward, and Sophie stand together as royal family's new Fab 4. Yeah, I think I did. Some squaddies were saying Drab 4 and different type of things. But let's listen. I didn't listen to that.
Eh! Aujourd'hui aussi, c'est un autre jour. Le monde part en couille.
I have no idea what they said, but the laughter, they're making fun of them. Cried the ragtag looking group. I'm telling you. Next tweet. All right, where am I here? PYTE mirror. I bookmarked my comment, I think. Okay, so are they talking about this? Okay. Prince William will ditch Meghan and have his title in a heartbeat. Okay. I'm not sure if I shared that already, but I don't know why I put it here. So there's me here responding to this. All right, let me drop these. There's this here. The British royal family, along with the UK government, need to take those titles away already. As ever is doing just fine. Better Up is doing well. This is where Harry and Meghan get their income. Okay, As Ever and Better Up, respectively. They probably will keep their finances separately, or I don't know, LLC under Meghan's name, and whatever Harry does with Better Up will be subjected to him only. And then Meghan, for instance, with her LLCs, she give herself some income. Okay, as a business owner, you could give yourself a salary, and then the LLC is completely separate with anything else between her and Harry. It's not I don't know how they structure it. People who's into business could explain this, but I'm just saying the LLC could be separate from marital income. Okay, and they probably have a joint account where if Meghan pay herself for a salary from As Ever, it could be at least $35 a month if she wished to, and as a joint account. All right, but anyway, I'm just saying. So their income, As Ever and Better Up, both of them, they're doing fine. This is their income. And for Netflix, as Harry and Meghan grow, terms of agreement will modify. Charities is just that, charities. If the royal family, royal rats, British media wants to sabotage them, people will suffer. That's it. Okay? But these up there, this is their income. They're fine. Netflix, as things keeps on moving, market change, people's interests change, this will be modified as they move forward. But the charity aspect of things, like they did to Santa Bali, they sabotage it and they mess it up. Not they, Harry and Meghan, but outsiders destroy it. It's just people who's gonna be suffer from it. They think they're hurting Harry and Meghan by messing up their charity. They're so fixated on putting a negative spin on everything Harry and Meghan, but the charities, it's other people who's gonna be suffer. All right, so that's my response to this. Let me see what other people are saying. Okay, so that's me here. 7 people like it. Let me pause this. This is a squaddy here. You see, even like in your headline, there's no title in it. You will still be as obsessed with them as ever, if not more. Funny how y'all think these titles are important, yet when you obsess over them, you just call them Harry and Meghan, which reads the title or of no relevance in their media pool or anything else. Let him take them, there's the laugh here. His reign will still be about Harry and Meghan. All right? The squad are now saying just do it. Take it away and stop making unnecessary noise. All right, he can ditch the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but he can never get rid of Prince Harry and Meghan's joy. These derangers are cowards. That's the laugh here. I replied to Lendilu, telling her she is talking nonsense. She blocks me and then replied to my comment, knowing I'm unable to respond. Here is the yellow belly coward. I can't add her as I'm black. Okay, so there's her account. She's sending people go talk to her. What is this now? Okay, people are laughing. I'll come to this. That will be the last one before I go to the next tweet. All right, let me read this here. Okay, this. All right, it's not only Prince William, it's the whole United Kingdom. All right, pause this. The royal family, with their wealth and title, failed to inspire anyone. They are old, only stale, lacking freshness or excitement. William's removal of the title will not change the fact that Harry and Meghan will always be seen as fresh, charismatic, and modern. There's the two pictures here. That's them in Australia. And you got this. Oh my God. The two people that will put joy into these people, they kick them out. But okay, that's fine. They're creating their own table. Alright. Does he ever think about anything else other than Meghan and Harry? The future king sounds like a loser. That's for comment under that. Does Harry ever think about anything besides trying to usurp his brother? What? Where does Harry always mentioning William? He really has a serious problem. He does. Let me block this one. I don't have to come across his comment ever again. Alright, so there's that. All Prince William has is his title and his wealth. No real accomplishment, supposedly due to having a young family and now lusting after power. Alright, so this is the last thing I'm going to show and then move on. 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Even Australia has joined in the hue and cry over the fact Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is still in line to the royal succession. He is number 8 in line to the throne. There could be, unlikely of course, a horrific accident which could mean that dreadful man is put on the throne. The Australian Prime Minister has written to the British Prime Minister saying he would support Andrew being removed from the line of succession.
This is that little whistle-blowing kind of... These people are freaking savage. Okay. That doesn't mean I like Prince Andrew or anything like that. I really despise what he did with the Epstein kind of relationship type of thing. But my God, these people are freaking savage. Let's continue. Oh my God.
Let me explain why it's not that straightforward. It's not just the Prime Minister of Australia has to agree that. The Australian Parliament has to vote on it. And then there are the 6 state governments, because they have a federal system in Australia where they've got state government and the national government. So they've all got to vote as well. And of course, Prince Andrew, as he was, is Prince of 15 realms. So there are many other countries too. Think of Jamaica, for instance. And here's the thing. It took nearly 4 years for Parliament, with the agreement of all the realms, to change the law so that for the first time in history, male heirs did not take precedence over female heirs. That's why Princess Anne has gone so far back in the line of succession, 16 or 18 these days, whereas Prince Andrew, as he was, is still up there at number 8. They call it the law of primogeniture, and they changed it so that William and Kate's firstborn child, if it was a woman, a girl, would be heir, as opposed to a second-born being a boy, the prince. That took 4 years to change. Pretty straightforward rule. But here's another really complicating factor. If Keir Starmer is determined to go down this route, 1 or 2 of the Caribbean realms, such as Jamaica, say, yes, we agree Prince Andrew must be removed from the succession, but we want reparations for the slave trade. That's not a good idea, because we should not be paying any money for the slave trade. We had a very noble role in ending the slave.
Okay, let's not forget, was this former prime minister who paid himself because of the thing his family have lost money about the slave trade? Look at the screen. I have a screenshot of what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
Slave trade. Think of Wilberforce, who didn't have a great role either in the slave trade, but of course many of those countries blame the royal family. They say people like Elizabeth I benefited from the slave trade. That was a long time ago. So all I'm saying, for those of you who are
a long time ago, while they're still benefiting from it. Okay, like I've said, a former prime minister paid himself because his family was part of the slave trade, colonialism, and they lost money, and they pay himself. Okay? Or he paid himself. And I don't know if there was others, but the one that I'm aware of, there's the screenshot. All right.
Hammering to get rid of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's title. There are all sorts of complicating factors and unforeseen consequences. which is why I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
All right, so the same thing can apply to
Even
Harry.
Australia
Let me pause.
has
Whatever he just said, the same thing can apply to Harry as well. If they want to remove Harry and line of succession and all of that, this is the same process. All of a sudden, they're making sense out of things the way things are. But when it comes to Harry, it's like to bypass all of these rules. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I retweeted it, and other people could look into it themselves. Next tweet.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.